Next in our series of misteaches is the quote of strong top hand or get your top hand to the ball. First of all, to think that one hand has dominance over the other in the swing is really preposterous. To understand this coaching miscue, I'll take you into a correct swing sequence to illustrate it. First, when the lower body begins to slot the upper body, it is the shoulder line, specifically the inside shoulder, that begins to get the bat on plane to the baseball. The lower the pitch, or the further away it is, the more the inside shoulder is going to tilt. I believe that the strong top hand coaching cue came from hitting coaches seeing that the inside shoulder is tilting to get the bat on plane with the ball, but thinking that is dropping the back shoulder. And where that comes from is an incorrect swing sequence. When the upper body begins to slot ahead of the lower body, you'll see the elbow begin to drop in the slot, usually even before the foot hits the ground in the stride. This would be an extremely early slot, which, still in case, the inside shoulder would begin getting the bat on plane to the baseball. This is happening too soon. So the cue of strong top hand was the coach's idea of keeping the shoulders in a downhill attacking posture into the foot down position, which essentially means maintaining resistance on the backside. But the top hand has nothing to do with that. The resistance comes from the scapular load on the backside of the back shoulder. This is what keeps the upper body in that attacking posture and the front side of the upper body closed as well. The hands simply still stay back into foot down until the lower body begins to slot them. Thinking that the top hand has anything to do with that, other than providing resistance on the handle of the bat into the pullback of the scapular load, is the only thing that the hands are active doing in this portion of the swing. Coaching a strong top hand actually does the same thing that the coach didn't want to have happen in their hitter. It gets hitters dominant from the top half down, usually the hands working ahead of the lower body. And if the top hand were strong, it often puts the hitter in a position to push, because the hitter is thinking about taking the hands across their face, which puts the fist in a punching position ahead of the rear elbow. You'll see in a correct slot that the rear elbow will lead initially, as the rear scap is still maintaining its load. So coaching a hitter to have a strong top hand could be just as damaging as their original flaw. The original flaw of the early slot, which drops the inside shoulder to get on plane with the ball, which coaches often see as you're dropping your back shoulder too early. Wrong cue. The cue is you're slotting too early because you're not in sequence. In order to fix that, and when hitting coaches tell hitters to have a strong top hand, they are still top half dominant, swinging from the top down rather than the bottom up. But now, the only difference is they're in a position of pushing the bat to the ball. And in both cases, hitters are committing to the ball too soon from the top down and swinging out of sequence.